Hi, and welcome to the Gradebook tutorial for teachers and faculty. In this video, I'll show you how to upload and view grades, as well as how to send email notifications to students when their grades are ready via Gradebook. So I'd like you to start on the community webpage. And once you're in here, go to Login. Once you get to the login screen, go ahead and log in. Okay, now we're back on the main community page, and up top of the URL, I want you to add -Gradebook and navigate to there. Now, why I showed you to do it that way is because I find it easier to log in before you navigate to Gradebook, so that when you get to Gradebook, everything you need just pops up in front of you. So first, we're going to talk about uploading grades. And you can see here it starts with viewing grades, uploading grades, sending email notifications, and viewing your own grades. So we're going to start with uploading grades, and then I'll show you how to view the grades that you've just uploaded. So in an Excel document, such as the one I have here, see I have one, grades for MIS 3535, section 5. Now you'll notice a few things. I only have a few columns. I have name, email, TUID, and whichever grades they have for project, quiz, homework, anything like that. So a couple things to point out are that these files, before you upload them, have to be comma delimited, meaning that you can't have your student's name be, say, Smith James. You can't have a comma. Otherwise, it'll separate it differently and it will not upload properly. So you have to have your students' names in one column without any commas and also without any apostrophes. Apostrophes will also throw off comma delimited documents when you upload them. So be sure to avoid apostrophes and commas. Next, it's important to have a column for name, a column for email, and a column for TUID. Those are the three required criteria to upload anything into your students' grades. In addition to that, you can have columns for whichever grades you want to upload. So I could even add homework 1 in here. Let's give everybody a grade. They obviously didn't do that great on homework 1, and I'll give myself a 5. So, other than this, you can see that I listed my name down here and my credentials at the bottom. You can see I gave myself the lowest grade. But the reason you can do that is so that when you send an email notification to your students saying that their grades are up, you'll also receive an email just as a little reminder or just a checkup to make sure that those emails actually went out and that your students can see that they can view their grades now. So I'm going to go ahead and do Save As. I'm going to save it as this, and in here it should come up as an Excel worksheet, but you're going to go in and save it as this, CSV, comma delimited, not CSV Macintosh, CSV MS-DOS. You're going to save it as CSV, comma delimited, and that's very important. If you don't save it as this type of file, it will not upload at all. So go ahead and save. And this will most likely pop up saying some features in your workbook might be lost if you save as a CSV, and you're just going to click yes. Now before we move on, it's also important to make sure that these column headers are in your first row, because that's where it's going to be looking to pull the headers from. So say you have 2 rows ahead of this that you say grades for MIS 3535. We'll stretch that out, merge in center, make it real big. And as that looks nice, it's still not going to work because these need to be in the first row. So let's go back to Gradebook, and we'll go and look under Upload Grades. You're going to select a course. You're going to have many more courses popping up. Just remember, they look like they're in order, but sometimes they're not. So if you don't see your course where you expect it to be, just keep scrolling and you'll find it. So click on that, choose your file. And most of the time, people have separate types of documents. They have the document saved twice as a different type of document. Make sure that when you're selecting it, see I have two here, that you choose comma separated, comma delimited type. Let's go ahead and open. And this is very important here too. Email column name. This is asking what column the email for students is in. So if we go back here, we'll see we named it email. It's very simple. So we can just go paste that in. And this is case sensitive, so keep that in mind. This little checkbox asks us if we want to delete all the previous grades for the course before uploading these new grades, meaning that if you're doing something like I'm doing, where you just keep adding grades into the same document, it'd be very beneficial to do that. Otherwise, the default setting is that the existing data gets appended, meaning that the existing data is just going to be added on to whatever you're uploading now. So, as a preference, I like to just delete everything new and put in all new grades. This is also really good for, if you change a student's grades after you graded initially, it's always good to have it re-uploaded and deleted from before so that you don't actually mess up that student's grade. So let's go ahead and upload those grades. Okay, now we'll see View Student Grades and go to Select a Course. Again, there will be tons more courses in your drop-down. And we'll view grades. And this is how it shows up. So you can see I'm not doing that well, but some other people in the class are. So this will show as many things as you put on here. Now we'll scroll down to sending email notifications. So you'll select your course, email column name, it's going to be email again, email subject, you could have a gradebook, you can change it to whatever you want. You could say gradebook has been updated, it now includes your homework 1 grades. You can say whatever you want and just click send email. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull from this column right here and send out that generic email to each of the students that are on your gradebook. So I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to email anybody, but it is a very important thing to know. So that about wraps it up for the gradebook tutorial. Just remember that you need a comma delimited document and you need to specify the email column name before you can upload a grade. Also remember that name, email, and TUID are definitely required. No commas or apostrophes in any part of this. And with that, you should be good to go. That is Gradebook.